There were tears in the room. There was outrage. It was both, I would describe it as heartbreaking and infuriating that justice has been delayed so long. Some of the women in the room...
I expect he will, but I mean, the whole effort has been mooted. It's not necessary anymore. Let me make this very clear, as we've made several times the last couple of days. The Oversight Committee's effort goes further than the discharge.
It comes across as he's calling the whole thing a hoax.
It's been misrepresented. He's not saying that what Epstein did is a hoax. It's a terrible, unspeakable evil. He believes that himself. When he first heard the rumor, he kicked him out of Mar-a-Lago. He was an FBI informant to try to take this stuff down. The president knows and has great sympathy for the women who have suffered these unspeakable harms. It's detestable to him.
Hello. It's me, Hank. We are live broadcasting from Geneva, New York, where it is currently sunny, a little chilly. I'm going to be honest. And I'm not going to keep it $1.50 with all of you guys. I've recorded this episode 4 times. The first time, it was supposed to just be about Trump supposedly being an FBI informant on the Epstein case. The second time, I had to edit it because some information came out saying that, like, Trump, the birthday book would be leaking. But I didn't think that was going to happen at the time. I was like, there's no fucking way that it actually gets released. And then I had to record it again because I fucked up the recording. So we're on our 3rd time. I finished the entire episode. It's 27 minutes long. I have all the B-roll. I have all the footage. I have all the news clips. And then the birthday book leaks. And let me fucking tell you, this is not good. This is bad. This is fucking horrific. We're fucked. We're so fucked, guys. I can't... But anyways, so this is kind of, it's not scripted. I had a whole script that I wrote down, so I'm kind of freeballing today, guys. Alright, so I'm going to try and do this to the best I can. I want to just get this episode out. There will be announcements at the end, so watch through the whole one. I promise you don't want to miss this. But before we start, I just want to thank everyone who watched the inaugural, that's not how you say that word, the first ever HANKcast episode. I think right now we're sitting at, 80 views, 6 subscribers. Let's fucking go. Let's see if we can get to 6-7 subscribers.
You're savage.
Fuck. We're so cooked. YouTube should just fucking nuke us. I can't lie. Anyways, so let's get into it. So, on, I want to say Friday, Speaker of the House, Michael Penis, I call him Penis, because I think Michael is also a good name for a penis. He went and got flash interviewed by a reporter in Congress, and there he either slipped up or he said that Trump was an FBI informant. I mean, you heard the clip, and initially this video was going to be about how the Republicans have no way to defend Donald Trump and that they have no messaging left, and that it's frankly embarrassing that the Democrats haven't just fucking cooked their asses. But then, as I was recording, as I was ripping through the gay community of Geneva, New York, like AIDS ripped through San Francisco, fuck. As I was recording and as I was getting ready for this, suddenly the House Oversight Committee subpoenas the birthday book, the famous 50th year birthday book from Jeffrey Epstein. And this book is a collection of letters, photos, notes from Epstein affiliates. And initially we were sort of led to believe that the birthday book was sort of just a collection of people who were affiliated with Epstein. It was a lot of like family members. It was a lot of Ghislaine's friends. Like, it wasn't that crazy. But then it got fucking leaked or subpoenaed. It got released. This shit's fucked. It's not good. Probably the most impactful part was the letter to Jeffrey Epstein from Donald Trump that we already knew existed is now public. It's the famous one where Trump says, "We have certain things in common, Jeffrey." And we were told that it was sort of like this, I don't know, this sort of like monologue between, or not monologue, this sort of like conversation between them where Trump's sort of like, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, I'm a pedophile too. And there was supposedly a drawing of a busty woman. But that's not what it was. And I will show it on screen right here. And you can see this is a fucking child. Like, this is not... it's so evident. And before I would have said, well, Trump definitely is a fucking creep. He definitely is a pedophile. But I don't think he's gone to the island solely because he wouldn't have to. And I think he probably was... He probably, like, at that time, when he was the close associate with Jeffrey Epstein, he probably was more intertwined with Epstein for the financial crimes. After this, I do not believe that. After this, I am fully committed that Donald Trump was doing horrific shit on that island and horrific shit at Mar-a-Lago. It's so bad. I've seen Charlie Kirk try and defend it. They are talking about the signature. It is Trump's signature. I mean, I'll show a few photos of Donald Trump's signature, and you can see they look the same. They look the fucking same. It's Trump's. This is Trump. This is Donald Trump who drew it. He is a doodler. I originally was also going to have a joke where it was like, Donald Trump is popping perks, because there was a photo of him taking a pill, but that just seems there's nothing to talk about other than this horrific shit. This is what it will dominate the news discourse forever when you bring up Donald Trump. I mean, what? There's no way to get around it, and he's dying. People aren't even talking that he's dying anymore. He's just it's so bad. It's really, really, really our whole government is just occupied by pedophiles or affiliates of pedophiles. I mean, there are other people. There's Bill Clinton. There's Alan Dershowitz. There's a bunch of people that we already knew. And then there are some unknown people. And there's this one drawing, I believe, but I could be wrong, by an unknown person, which I cannot show on screen. I'm too scared that, I'm too scared that it will get taken down. The video will get taken down if I show it on screen. But it's basically Jeffrey Epstein grooming a bunch of schoolgirls in 1987. And then, presumably at Mar-a-Lago, getting massages from them in 2003. And if you do the math, that means that they're 16 years old. So definitely not legal. Or it has been 16 years since then. But, we can assume. Come on. Let's be fucking real. They were probably, they were tiny, you know? And it shows the Lolita Express. It's bad. It's not good. I mean, there's stuff I can't even talk about on here. I would recommend not going and looking forward. It is public. If you want to see it, you can. But I would recommend not doing that. Because there's, bad. It's not good. And most of it I can't read because I can't read cursive. And I'm going to let you guys in on a little hint. I'm a little stupid. Okay, I can't really. I'm a little illiterate, okay? But it's I think that there is a general sort of I think the Zen fascism is the good way to describe it. There's a general sort of like nihilism and sort of like, oh, Donald Trump's a pedophile, so what? Among the Republicans right now. There's a lot of denialism, there's a lot of flip-flopping, but from the higher-ups, they don't seem to give a fuck. Like, Donald Trump has not addressed it at all, to my knowledge, as of time of recording, which is 9/9 at 10 p.m., 10:30 p.m. So, I mean, maybe not. Like, he might respond. If he does respond, it's probably going to be some bullshit like Russia, Russia, Russia. Like, they don't care. And Democrats don't give a fuck either. What, Gavin Newsom is the only fucking major Democrat calling Trump a pedophile right now? Really? Gavin Newsom, 2028. Like, that's really what we want to be doing. Like, Gavin Newsom it's like running Hillary again. Like, everyone fucking hates Newsom. There's so much, like, prepared talking points against him. He's the governor of California. Like, people don't really like the government of California. Like, I mean, wildfires, homelessness, crime, like, all of these are not solely the responsible of Newsom, although, I mean, Newsom is a pretty fucking horrific neoliberal piece of shit. But, like, I mean, it's like running fucking Hillary again. Like, did we learn nothing in 2016? The entire campaign, Benghazi, Bill Clinton, her health, like, she was such a bad candidate. And Newsom is not charismatic. He just comes across as slimy. And Donald Trump is in his weakest. Like, he should be impeached for this. Like, this is so terrible. This is so damning. I mean, he's a pedophile, and there is no Democratic opposition. There is no one. The only motherfuckers who are actually in the trenches and fucking fighting for working class people and fighting against fascism are Bernie Sanders, although he's old and he doesn't have much reach. I'm not even going to say AOC. She's not doing anything either. Zoran, the community of progressive Democrats who are non-political positions, Omar Fateh in Minnesota, like, there's a new class of Talarico in Texas, who I will do an episode on. I'm 50-50 on him, but I'm liking him so far. But, like, there's this growing progressive movement led by the DSA, which I have my problems with. Don't worry. Literally last episode I railed against the DSA. Right? I do not think they are a good organization. I do not think that they are a effective organization right now. But those are the only guys calling the Republicans out for being pedophiles. And calling Democrats out for being pedophiles, too. I mean, Bill Clinton is on that list prominently, too. There's a photo of Bill Clinton in a ski mask with, I think it's like a knife or a gun, with Jeffrey Epstein in the birthday book. Like, yeah, Bill Clinton's a fucking pedophile. Can we please lock him up? Can we lock him and Hillary up? I love Hillary. I have a Homos for Hillary tank top. And I have a Hillary 2016 Magna on my car. But, like, can we lock her up? Trump was spotted going to dinner in D.C. He was ambushed by Code Pink. I'll put a clip of that here.
Yeah, happy to see you. Enjoy your dinner. Thank you.
Free
Now listen, I love Code Pink. I love Code Pink. They're great. They're my favorite grandmas on earth. Other than my own, of course. Um, but like Donald Trump didn't give a fuck. I mean, you saw JD. He was like, "Oh, have a good dinner. Have a good dinner, guys. Have a good dinner." Or whatever the fuck. Which, by the way, bro, JD Vance is the most cucked man in America. He's such a fucking loser. I mean, I have a hard time deciding between him and DeSantis. I think DeSantis is the biggest loser, but it's a close competition. Um, I mean, it's bad, guys. Like, I mean, America's rapidly entering a low trust society, which it is a society where there is very little trust in any form of government. There's immense amount of skepticism. Some low trust societies include Greece, Afghanistan, Syria. And what happens is it means that it depends on the kind of state, but anything ranging from riots, revolts. I mean, the Arab Spring occurred in low trust societies, right? There isn't trust in meaningful democratic change, so people start to operate on the periphery or the outside of these democratic institutions. And the current way that the country is going, it looks like we're going to be sort of under this sort of fascist, quasi-democratic, if not just straight up authoritarian regime, whoever is at the helm of it. And there is going to be large swaths of the country that are either going to be purposefully not following the law or just outside of the law. I mean, it's finally happening in America. It's happened in tons of other fucking places around the globe. I mean, we talk about, I will eventually talk about in later videos, informal settlements in Latin America, and these are settlements for people who are not, like, who the government doesn't care enough about to actually rule over, and these are people on the periphery who are sort of excluded from society but still subject to the whims and desires of the ruling class. And we're rapidly seeing America head in that direction, and I think this is just, it might be the straw that breaks the camel's back. I mean, it's so damning. I mean, the president of the United States is a pedophile, and I know there have been other, they're all pedophiles, I understand, but like, this publicly, like, you would be hard-pressed to convince me that JFK wasn't a fucking creep, right? Same with Bush, which I believe, there's this weird photo, I'll put it up, from the birthday book where it's Bush's face, a photo of Bush with his face sort of smoothed out, I guess, which I don't know what the context of that is. It's during the third part of the book. Yes, there are multiple volumes of this book, and that whole sort of portion seems to be very obscure. There's a lot of Stephen Hawking references. There's a lot of math. It's not good. It's just not good. I can't fucking lie. It's not good. But where do we go from here? That's the big question, I think. Where do we, as the leftist movement, as the progressive movement, go from this point on? And I think first off, this is a great opportunity to counter message against Trump and fascism. I think this is a critical moment for organizing. Right now you have a working class that is really feeling the economic burden of capitalism. They're really fucking feeling it right now. Right? This is sort of an 80s moment where everyone is where most of the country is sort of feeling that economic burden from neoliberalism, from the order sort of weighing down on them. I mean, it's not good, right? We have the highest unemployment since 2007. second highest. Sorry, I forgot COVID. Which I believe is 4.3. We have some of the highest underemployment, which is when people are quote unquote employed. So these are people who are in the workforce and are working for gigs, right? They're working in the informal sector. So, Grubhub delivery drivers, Uber, it's the gig economy, right? And this is not healthy for the economy. It means that wages are depressed. The current labor monopsony is growing increasingly tighter and tighter. Companies are hiring less and less people for less and less pay. The consumer cycle is starting to show signs of slowing down, which has caused an interesting effect where for some consumer goods, prices have lowered and you've seen more quote unquote deals. But that's only because companies are having a hard time getting people to buy things because people are too poor to buy them. The economy is not in a healthy state, and most Americans are realizing that, and they're starting to realize some of the reasons why that's happening. They're starting to think maybe fucking neoliberalism isn't that great after all. And in scenarios like this, there are one of two ways it can go. Either right-wingers can capitalize on this and use it to sow bigotry and hatred, which is what happened in 2024. I mean, look at Trump won, right? Or progressives can use this as momentum to mobilize. And right now, the DSA needs to fucking get their act together and start organizing in these red states. They need to start picking candidates. Tallarico in Texas, who is running for Texas, he is a minister. He is sort of a Andy Bashir, the Lion of Louisville, Andy al-Bashar. He's sort of an Andy Bashir figure. I'm iffy on him. I'm not sure. I distrust anyone who is majorly religious when it comes to progressive organizing, especially white people, just because as a queer person, I'm distrustful of all religion. I mean, it's very understandable. My people have been killed for religious reasons for centuries. People are still getting fucking hanged in Uganda just for being queer, right? So it doesn't matter what religion. I just trust every single religious person in a progressive movement. You have to earn my trust. And I think that's a reasonable thing. And Tallarico right now is definitely attempting to earn the trust of progressives. He has a generally pretty decent progressive message. I think he does not talk about economic issues enough. I think he focuses too much on, I call it owning the Republicans. Because, I'm going to own the libs. Oh, I'm going to own the libs. Right? That's what a lot of Democrats want to do, but for Republicans. They want to own them. Like Dave Shitterspoon, or whatever the fuck that dude is called. Oh, God. And Tallarico seems to sort of be focused on that. But if he wins, I'm fucking happy. I mean, we need another Democratic senator, and he has a good mobilization. He's copying Zoran. I want the DSA to be picking out good candidates across the country, and I want to have them running Zoran campaigns. We need 1 million Zorans. I don't care if they're fucking mayors. I don't care if they're state representatives. I don't care if they're fucking running for governor. Right? I mean, look at Marjorie Taylor Greene. She got handpicked by the Republican, the GOP of Georgia, right? Handpicked, no political experience, but ran a campaign that reached out to suburban moms and won the primary, right? And then she got boosted and supported onto national prominence because she can reach out to that demographic. The DSA does not do that. The DSA is more obsessed on whether or not we should call Gaza a genocide. That's a failure on the DSA's part. The fact that the Democrats won't even fucking acknowledge that there's a genocide in Gaza is an immense failure. And Donald Trump is actively being exposed as this massive fucking pedophile. I mean, what's next? What, we're just going to get a video of Donald Trump doing the acts that he's clearly guilty of? What, J.D. Vance is next? I wouldn't be surprised if that couch fucker is a pedophile too. Like, are we just going to wait and bide our time until Newsom can run the shittiest campaign ever, where he's going to talk about bipartisanship and how fucking, I don't even know, what the fuck would a Newsom campaign look like? He has no policies. That's the thing. I'm so pissed off at the Democratic Party. I could run a better campaign than them. Fuck it. End the genocide in Gaza. National high-speed rail infrastructure. National jobs programs. Raising fucking taxes on the wealthy specifically. National rural relief. We will rebuild the American countryside. That's the thing. Democrats never talk about the countryside. They never talk about farmers. And if they do, it's only to say, oh, I came from a farming family. I understand how hard it is. But they never do anything. Like, if you want to help farmers, give them zero interest loans that will eventually be forgiven in order to modify and diversify their crop production. Start shifting around subsidies in support of polycultural farming techniques. Start investing in tobacco and marijuana farming, because those are industries that are continuing to boom. And I know a lot of progressives will get mad at me for saying I'm pro-tobacco. And listen, I'm not pro-big tobacco, but you have to understand nicotine is a very important substance in both the American history and economy, but also it is a major industry. And it is an industry that is currently hijacked by big business and should be owned by the people who consume, who produce, who are part of this process. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, caffeine is arguably worse for you than many nicotine products. And fucking, like, rectify the racial issues in the countryside. I mean, like, fuck. A Democrat could win West Virginia in a presidential campaign. They could win West Virginia. They could win Alabama. They could win Mississippi. They could win Alaska. I don't even know what the most red state is, but they could win it. It's not that hard. The fact that we lost the last election shows that the Democratic Party is a fucking failure. This is maybe the easiest political climate to be a Democrat. And I'm not saying what fucking Hassan says. That's like, we should only focus on economic issues. Don't talk about the culture war. No, talk about the culture war. Expose them. Republicans are always fucking talking about culture war. Yeah. You think trans people are fucking bad? Well, guess what? I don't care. What you're saying is ridiculous. You're an insane person. You should be in a place getting help because you've been fucking brain broken. Yeah, I support trans people. Andy Bashir did it. He got fucking called out for supporting trans people, and he stood 10 toes down. He's like, yeah, if you don't like it, don't vote for me. But if you don't vote for me, you're not going to get any of the shit you've gotten. And then he fucking won his election. It's really simple. You can defend trans people, you can defend immigrants, you can defend people of color, you can defend women, and still be a successful candidate in Republican areas. You don't need to be afraid about stuff like that, right? Because at the end of the day, people are going to vote with their wallet. That's true. And at the end of the day, that means that people are voting with their wallet. They're not going to give a fuck who you are. Look, Donald Trump won the fucking election. We knew he was a pedophile. We knew he was old. He won because he promised that people would have more money in their pocket. I mean, fuck. Right? Like, come on. Joe Biden was not a good candidate, but he won because he promised more stimulus checks. I mean, like, we're delusional if we're acting like he ran some perfect campaign. And so, we hit the 30-minute mark of this video. And so to sort of just wrap it up, I mean, the sort of thesis statement is the Republicans have virtually no way to defend from this shit. They are at the weakest point they've ever been. I mean, Trump's approval rating has been plummeting for a while. The economy is shit. He just got exposed as a pedophile. I mean, so many people got exposed. It was so bad. It's such a horrific book. I mean, it's 238 pages. It's over 3 different volumes. And there's more to come. And I even talk about the financial records that got released too. And fucking JB Pritzker, I'm looking at you. Your fucking family members are in the financial records. You should explain that. But the Democrats not doing anything, not actively using this as a time to just fucking cause a bloodbath in the midterms is a condemnation that they don't care. And it's the same with the DSA. They don't care. Right? I love Zoran. I love a lot of the DSA guys who are doing shit right now, but it's frankly embarrassing to be a leftist in the United States when we're not doing anything right now. So yeah. It's fucked. Shit's really bad. It's really bad. I can't lie. But I mean, just keep chugging. Just keep going. Like, just keep fucking pushing. You know, if the fucking Gestapo kicks down my door tomorrow, fuck it. That doesn't matter. I'm still gonna keep pushing. There's no reason to stop. Announcement time. Alright? Announcement time. We're in the outro, chat. Alright? I hope you like the Uzi, bro. That was from Tsunami Island. Praying it does not get copyright strike. Ooh, this might be a little rough, guys. It might be a little rough. Oh, I'm RFK. So announcements. First, thank you everyone for supporting. You made it to the end, so now you legally have to like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, share me everywhere, put me on your Instagram stories, put me on your E261s. I think that's correct. Now you have to do all of that. You have to draw my fucking little platypus character. Okay? Speaking of drawing, if any artist would like to draw a background, please reach out. I will have a Twitter and maybe an Instagram up soon. But until then, please reach out through Discord, handomando, handomando, where is my... this might take a second. What is the number? Handomando 6057. Fuck yes. Reach out. Talk to me. I might be able to provide some payment, but I will put you everywhere. I will literally put you on every single fucking social that I have. Second thing, at 6-7 subscribers. At 6-7 subscribers, I will be doing a little Q&A. I still need to figure out how to do it, but I will do a Q&A. I will be working on actual videos, like actual scripted, edited ones soon, right? Like professional, like real YouTube videos. If you have any tips, leave them in the comments. Shout out Eden is online. Shout out Cell Thickness. Shout out Lil Uzi Vert. Shout out 1300 Saint. Shout out YSL. Shout out Ralph Lauren. At 100 subscribers, I'm I will do something. I'm unsure of what it is yet, but I will do something. So, those are the milestones. 6, 7, and 100. Alright. Have a wonderful day. You can do it. And we are ending the HANKcast broadcast. I hope wherever you are, it is sunny and as nice as it is in Geneva, New York. I'm just fucking kidding. It's so goddamn
What?